Hey there guys, it's Attack on Samurai, and sorry if my voice sounds weird. I kinda have my allergies have been acting up, so yeah, I wanted to actually do this video like Saturday, or well, not Saturday. I actually couldn't do it Saturday, but I wanted to actually make a video for this like earlier, but I couldn't because I was going because I was on a vacation. I went to North Carolina, so yeah, no internet there, so I couldn't record or anything. Excuse me, my chest kind of hurts a little bit, but anyways, so for week 2, we're battling the Spring City Firefoxes. Fun fact, I actually never battled him last season, so it's going to be a completely new experience for me. So this is his draft for this season. He's got Latios, Thunderous, Thunderous Incarnate, Mega Pinsir, Galvantula, Mamoswine, Greninja, well, Torrent Greninja. Actually, I should have said for OU. So OU, Latios, Thunderous, and Mega Pinsir, UU, Galvantula, Mamoswine, and Greninja, RU, Cofagrigus, Diancie, and Registeel, and NU and below. Pyroar, Hitmonchan, and Vileplume. So his whole draft is just, well, for one, he's got 4 legendaries on his team, which is kind of different because in the past we usually picked like 2 legendaries, but oh well. So those legendaries are going to be a problem to deal with. But so far he does have a huge weakness in fire. He really doesn't have much of an answer to fire types. Besides Greninja, so I can probably take advantage. So I could have taken advantage of that by using Blaziken, but Blaziken gets wrecked by, well, first he gets outsped by Greninja, and Mega Pinsir is the thing, so that outspeeds it. And there's also Latios, and there's Diancie, so, and there's not Hitmonchan. There's Cofagrigus too. There really wasn't much of a way for me to deal with that, so that's why I didn't bring Blaziken. I could have brought it, but Latios was just too much of a threat, and so was Mega Pinsir, so that's pretty much why. Oh, and Mamo too, just in case he ran at Scarf or something. But yeah, he does have a lot of offensive pressure with Latios, Thunders, and Mega Pinsir, and also with Mamo and Greninja. He has a lot of bulk with those 3 bulky mons: Cofagrigus, Diancie, and Registeel. I guess you can also count Vileplume as well. It's kind of a bulky mon. But still, he has a lot of offensive pressure, and this is probably going to be even though this is the second week, this is probably going to be the most difficult battle I've had, just at the beginning of this season. I actually don't know if I'm going to win, to be honest with you. But anyways, this is the team that I built for this week. So, going to be bringing Alyssa the Mega Manetric, having HP Ice, Overheat, Thunderbolt, and Volt Switch. HP Ice is basically to cover Latios, and Thunderous, and I guess also Mega Pinsir on switch ends. Overheat, like I said, his draft is very weak to fire types, so Overheat I felt like was a good move to give it. So I want to take advantage of that weakness he has to it. Thunderbolt, his only resistance to electric types is Mamoswine, so I got to be careful with that. But Thunderbolt's going to do a lot to his team. Very few mons on his team can resist it, and don't really take it that well anyway. And Volt Switch is good for getting switch outs and stuff. So now we're gonna move on to my next mon, which is Celestial, the Klefki. So originally, I actually, instead of Magnarize, I actually had Switcheroo, but I actually built my team already ahead of time, so before it had Switcheroo, but then I found out that I had to breed Switcheroo onto Klefki, so I just decided to go Magnarize. I think that still was a good decision, and also instead of Lefties I actually had a Flame Orb, so I can Switcheroo like maybe a Flame Orb onto his Mamoswine, or maybe onto the Latios, getting rid of an item. But unfortunately that did not happen because I did not know that Klefki has to be bred with something to get switcheroo. Anyways, this is its moveset: Flash Cannon, Dazzling Gleam, Magnet Rise, and Spikes. The Spikes is getting Spikes is good for getting the set up on his mons, especially on those bulky mons like Cofagrigus, Diancie, and Registeel, and also his other bulky mons too. So it's definitely good for getting that chip damage. Flash Cannon and Dazzling Gleam are both stab moves and are really good for hitting Latios and also the Hitmonchan. So decent stab for Klefki. And Magnerize is to make sure that Klefki doesn't get hit with a Earthquake. So that's pretty much it, or an Earth Power. So yeah, and also with these with this investment, I felt like Klefki could lift some hits pretty decently from his draft. His only answer actually to Klefki is going to be Mamo and Pyroar, which really do get shut down, or can be shut down. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Klefki. Now we're gonna move on to the next mon, which is gonna be Zygote, the Duosian. Gonna be running a light screen. I'm gonna screen set with the Recover. Actually, another change I made. Actually had Nightshade instead of Psychic. Because I felt like Nightshade was better, since Duosian is a bulky mon in general, and I felt like it was the right mon to give it Nightshade, since it could just whittle down chip damage on stuff like Cofagrigus or the Diancie or the Registeel. You can see I'm emphasizing those three mons because those three mons are the bulkiest mons in his team, and it's really difficult to take them out. You'll see how, but yeah, I wanted to use Nightshade, but again, I build ahead of time, and Nightshade is a egg move, so I decided to go Psychic instead. Psychic wasn't a bad move either, since Duosian already has like really high special attack, like 125. Psychic is still gonna do a good amount to most of his mons anyway. So I don't think Psychic was a bad move, but Nightshade would have been the move I would have preferred, but it's alright. I'm gonna be running it as a special defensive wall, because most of his draft is actually special attackers. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to my next mon, which is, I love this name too much, Top Me, the Hitmontop. So Top Me is so Top Me has a Lumberry with the moves Rapid Spin, Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, and Toxic. Ran the Lumberry because Cofagrigus likes to set up like Will-O-Wisp and stuff, so I'm gonna try and try and get a Toxic on that Cofagrigus, so that way it can't so that way if it does burn me, the Hitmontop can just Top Me can just get healed by the Lumberry, and I can just switch it out. So that's pretty much it. Rapid Spin is also to get rid of any hazards that he can set up. Actually, he has like 5 things in his draft that can set up hazards. Mega Pinsir, actually no, 6. Oh, 6. I didn't count that one. Mega Pinsir, Galvantula, Mamoswine, Greninja, Cofagrigus, Registeel, and Diancie can all set up hazards. Sorry, but yeah, Mega Pinsir, Diancie, Registeel, and Mamoswine all have access to Stealth Rocks, while Galvantula has access to Sticky Web, and Greninja and Cofagrigus have access to Toxic Spikes, and Greninja has access to Spikes. So definitely running the Rapid Spin is very good for me. Bullet Punch is to get priority and also does a lot to Diancie. Mach Punch, and again another priority move, does a lot to the we can do a lot to Pyroar and Mamo, and also Greninja. I'm also running the Technician ability to boost that power in those priority moves. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna move on to John Wall, the Samurai. It's not shiny, by the way. So I wanted to bring Samurai because a water type just can also do a lot of work to his draft too. Besides the fact that he has 3 things that can actually deal with electric types, but still, I can deal with water types, but still, decided to go Samurai because Samurai just has like really good offensive moves and very good special attack. So I felt like I had to bring it. I could have brought Suicune, but I felt like I needed a more offensive water type to deal with this draft, so that's why I brought Samurai. So moveset's going to be Ice Beam, Scald, Aqua Jet, and Protect. Also running the Whack and Berry to scout if his mons have any electric type moves, or to scout what moves they could go for. Ice Beam is mainly for the 3 top mons in his OU picks. All 3 of them don't really like ice type moves, so it's definitely a good check to them. That's also why I'm running the Whack and Berry, just for that Thunderous, because Thunderous actually with this set, with the Whack and Berry, Samurai can live the Thunderbolt that Thundurus can do. I mean that Thundurus hits, and I can fire back with a Ice Beam and also a Aqua Jet in the process. So definitely a good set. And Scald is also good for burning his mons, and also does a lot to Mamo and Pyro, and also Diancie. So yeah, that's pretty much it for John Wall. So now we're gonna move on to Queenie, the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen was a little bit harder to kind of make, because, well, there are just so many things in this draft that can actually deal with Nidoqueen, Mamo, Greninja. Well, actually, no, not really. Not really a lot of things can deal with it, so that's kind of why I brought it. And he had a ground type, so, well, I mean, I needed something to deal with his electric types and and his other stuff, so decided to run Nidoqueen as kind of like a bulky, well, not really bulky, but more of a offensive hazard setup. So I ran Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam. I'm also running the Sheer Force ability too. So Stealth Rock definitely gonna hurt his draft, because definitely gonna hurt 4 things on his team. Also, by the way, he only has 1 defogger, and that's Latios. So if I can get rid of Latios, then hazards are there to stay on my side. For me to set them up on his side. So definitely got to get rid of that Latios with probably Alyssa or maybe John Wall. So yeah, Earth Power just does a lot to Registeel and also to Diancie, if they're both not especially defensive. Does a lot to Pyroar. Actually, Nidoqueen can live a Choice Specs Hyper Voice from Pyroar. I think it does about like 90 or 80%, somewhere around there. But Nidoqueen can definitely live it and fire back with an Earth Power. So pretty much, I don't have to worry about Pyroar too much. Flamethrower, again, not a lot of things on his team really can deal with fire type, so that's why I also run the Flamethrower and Ice Beam as well. Again, those 5 mons on his team don't really, just kind of get wrecked by Ice Beam. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry about that, but let's see who he could bring. I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring Latios, because that thing is just an offensive monster, and he knows I only have like 1 thing that can actually deal with it. So he's definitely gonna bring Latios, just because of all, and also it's a defogger too, and it just hits incredibly hard. So he's definitely bringing that. He's probably gonna bring Galvantula, because he knows that I have a few mons on my team that are pretty fast, like Mega Man Netrix. So he's definitely gonna bring that Galvantula to slow me down. Probably gonna bring Registeel. Most likely. I mean, I don't know if he could bring it. He might. There's a chance he might, because I mean, Registeel is just bulky as heck. He could take hits very well. So he probably will still bring it if he thinks I'm gonna bring Blaziken. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring it. Maybe run as a defensive wall or something. Might bring Diancie too along with it. So Galvantula, Latios, Diancie, Registeel. There's a chance he might bring Thundurus, but I don't really see that. He's probably going to bring Kyle Rodriguez more to be as a rapid spin blocker. So he's definitely, I'm pretty sure he's going to bring that. And lastly, he could bring, I don't see him bringing Greninja. Greninja's too frail, and Mega Man Netrix outspeeds it. So he might bring it, but I doubt it. I highly doubt that. So I don't think he's going to bring Greninja. He's probably going to bring No, I don't think he's gonna bring Mega Pincer. He might bring Thunderous. I don't. Sorry about that. The recording had a cut off earlier. So I think I said that Thunderous would probably be coming. So wait, okay, so no, I remember I said Latios is coming because I think it's an offensive threat, and I really don't have much to deal with it, so he's probably gonna bring that. Just off of that, gonna bring Diancie and Registeel together, since they both complement each other in a way, even though they both share the same weakness, but still, he's more than likely to bring that. I mean, to bring those two, so I'm gonna say those two. He's probably gonna bring Galvantula, expecting the Mega Manetric and want to slow me down. So he's definitely gonna bring that. I think I'd say Cofagrigus last time. There's a chance he might bring it. I'm pretty sure he will to block my Rapid Spin. Okay, yeah, I did say that before, but yeah, he's probably gonna bring that to block my Rapid Spin. So Latios, all three of his walls, Galvantula, and I feel like he might want to bring Pinsir. I feel like he might want to bring that Mega Pinsir. So I'm gonna say he's gonna bring that Mega Pinsir. So Latios, Cofagrigus, Diancie, Registeel, Galvantula, and Mega Pinsir. That's what I think he's gonna bring. Even though again, like, probably he could, like, maybe instead of Mega Pinsir, he could bring Mamoswine. He has that option. So yeah, he does have that option, but probably instead of Diancie could bring Mamo, but I doubt that. Yeah, I don't really think he's gonna do that. I think he has to bring. I think he could bring Diancie. I mean, he knows I don't really have much of an answer to Diancie anyway, so he will most likely bring that. So yeah, that's my final thought. Latios, Cofagrigus, Diancie, Registeel, Galvantula, and Mega Pinsir. So yeah, that's who I think he's gonna bring. And yeah, so the battle actually won't be like live recorded because my neck kind of hurts right now. So also my throat hurts a little bit, so I don't think I'll be doing it live. I'll probably just do it post-com. So yeah, because when I record I gotta move my neck and my neck hurts and it's just not fun. So yeah, it's just gonna be post-com. And yeah, I will see you guys when the battle happens. So take care.